Hello, this is Dale. We're very proud of our website, www.optionsinfinity.com. We believe we're the best educational website available today as far as teaching how to trade successfully in the stock market. I want to go over a tour today so that you have a better sense when you enter the website how to get the most out of it. First thing we want to do is just come to the home page, and that is www.optionsinfinity.com. On the home page, you'll see what we have available as far as free education. These are the 3 strategies that I teach. Following the trend with a market basket of 15 financially strong stocks that I pick. They are the best of the best. First of all, they're the best in the market sector, and they are in the market sector that's performing the best. So you've got a market basket of financially strong stocks that does outperform the market. Second strategy is working with credit spreads. Credit spreads are a powerful option strategy. And I think what separates me from everybody else is I have specific rules on how to get in, when to get out, and I have exit strategies as far as when there is a loser and when do you take profit. I don't teach changing the position. I don't teach adding the position. I teach when to get in and when to get out. It's very simple. A lot of my strategies and a lot of my teachings are very simple. I think if you're going to become a success in the stock market, you have to have a strategy and an understanding of the market, and then you want to just keep it simple. And you want to do it over and over again. The third strategy is specific to the weeklies. The weeklies move pretty quickly, so I'm following the ETFs on a very short-term basis, a 15-minute chart, and I'm looking for ones that are overbought and oversold that give a measured move, and then we are in and out quickly. These are the 3 strategies. Now, I go further, and we have an options course on the basics. If you're brand new to options, this will get you up to speed. We talk about options leverage, why we use options, how I pick the financially strong stocks, how to set up your charts on Thinkorswim. Keep the proper trade size so that you just can do this over and over again and you don't have anxiety about putting too much on any given trade. I've got a formula that will help you for any portfolio size to determine what the proper trade size is for you. Then we talk about the psychology of trading. Hardly anybody out there talks about this. I believe it's at least 50%, if maybe higher, of successful trading. You have to check your ego at the door. You have to have a set of rules that you follow. You have to set up your strategies and your plan before the market opens. You don't want to be involved in making strategies once the market is open. You want to try to avoid fear and greed as much as possible. That's what this is all about. I use a proprietary version of the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence. I use the daily version of the weekly MACD, and I'll show you how to set that up. It's a lot more powerful than just the daily MACD. You get a lot of whipsaws with the MACD where you don't with the weekly, but I look at it on a daily basis. We use regression channels a lot. Regression channels tell us when something is overbought or overvalued or oversold or undervalued. Measured moves and Fibonacci's is when you can get into a move and when you can expect to take profits. Exiting the trade, I think, can be more powerful than entering the trade. Learning how to exit. When do you have enough profit? People say, cut your losses short and let your profits run. But at some point in time, when do you want to take those profits? And the Fibonacci's will show you that. I've been featured as a guest speaker on Options Monster, Value Charts, Trade Monster, which is now Money Block, MicroQuant, and Investors Inspiration. I've been on the docket with many successful traders, and so I'm just not new to this. I've been doing this for 30 plus years. I've made my money, and now it's time for me to teach this. So I'm not somebody that's teaching something that has never done it. I have done this successfully. Down here you can see some of the myriad of testimonials that we have. I think we've just picked out 4 or 5 here just to give you a flavor for what we've got. And then at the very bottom I've got who I am, a little bit about what I do. Now, in order to get started, all you have to do is click on Start Free Membership, either at this button or right up here. When you do, it's going to take you over to the Signup page. We don't want your credit card. We don't want anything like this. This is all free. We want you to get an education, get to understand who we are, get a feeling for our credibility. Does this make sense for you? All you have to do is put in your first name, last name, email, set up a username and password, and you are in. Once you're in, you have access to everything you saw on the home page. Now, let me go ahead and log in on the Pro membership side to give you an idea of what that is. Okay, once we enter the Pro membership, and the free membership is, like it says, absolutely free. The next step, if you like what you see, the next step is to go into the Pro membership. That is $49 a month. You can cancel at any time. It goes month to month. And the big thing that I do, excuse me, on the Pro membership is you have access to the nightly video blog. Each night from Sunday through Thursday, I put on what I am doing. Calls and puts, theta trades, looking at weekly trades. It's like you're looking over the shoulder of a professional as I trade. Now, the big difference here versus actually getting some signals is that there will be a little bit of a delay because this is done on a nightly basis. However, it's only $49 a month to see how a professional trades and to follow along. And a lot of the trades I'm going to be putting on the next day, and I show you exactly how to do that. Also, as a Pro member, you'll have a access to the free position list. The free position list will actually go over all the positions we have at that point in time. And it goes all the way back. I've got a lot of these archived. Every night I go over these positions and what the actions are for the next day. You can see that we have done very well. Look at our percent returns on these trades. And this is right in front of you. I present this every night. These are trades actually that I have talked about in the daily video blog. This has done extremely well for the last 5 years since I've been doing this. The other thing you have access on the Pro is every year about March, once all the public information comes in, I go through and I call through all the best market sectors, and then I look for the best stocks in that market sector, and I come up with my list of financially strong stocks. And that's what we trade, and that's what we follow for the year. Right now we're working on the 2015 financially strong watch list. In March of this year we will change over to a new list. Usually this list takes off maybe about 7 and puts 7 new companies on. It's not a big change. A lot of these financially strong corporations stay financially strong, and they are excellent stocks for us to trade. As a Pro member, you also have access to all the free information that we have down here. The other thing we have available is we have 2-hour trainings on the 3 strategies, and these 2-hour trainings can be bought for only $37 a piece, or you can bundle them together in all 3 for, I think it's $89. Now, if you like that, you might want to go ahead and move up to the next level, which is live. Every Tuesday at noon Eastern Time, I have a webinar that I teach on GoToWebinars. If you sign up for this, you'll get an email, and all you have to do is click on the link. You come into the room. I teach this personally. I don't have any assistants or anybody else teach. This is your chance to talk to the professional, listen to the professional, ask any questions you want to during this time period. There are a couple ways you can ask questions. One, you can raise your hand, I will unmute you, and we can have a one-on-one discussion. The other is you can type your question in the question box. If you can't make the noon webinar, these are always recorded for you to play back at your leisure. These are the 3 offerings that we have. Like I said, we believe we're the best education website out there, and we give the best signals out there. The 3 memberships, again, are free, which you can sign up for today. The Pro, which is $49 a month, that gives you access to the nightly video blog and my position list and the financially strong stocks. And 3 is the live membership, which is $200 a month, and then you have access to me once a week on Tuesday for 1 hour as I go over all the strategies, and you have a chance to talk to me in person. I hope you join me. Bye-bye now.